Yo, guys. The Hansel and Flavor family, we are back. We are back with a new act, like people will say. And I thought, like, yo, who better than Mr. LaFleur himself? Since the last time we saw each other, Joshua's got so many things to tell us, and just how he's been, what's new in his life, and also he's got some news to share at the end of the episode on what's quite the next chapter of Mr. LaFleur. And I know a lot of kids will be watching, like, yo, what is going to be said, what's going to happen, or whatever. But Joshua, how you doing?
Yo, Hancho. Firstly, it's great to be part of this podcast, man. It's been a few years, like you said, ever since I've been seated here. So yeah, thank you for welcoming me back on this podcast. It's a massive honor and a privilege to be sitting here. How I'm doing? I've been doing great lately. The growth has been, phenomenal. Since the last time I was on the podcast, there was much more to share, much more to say as well. So yeah, thank you, man, for inviting me to this podcast, bro.
Ah, that's good, man, buddy. So, since the last time we were here speaking, it was obviously at a different location, but last time we were on the podcast, it was very much Joshua of 2025, 2024. It's a year later, it's a totally different Joshua, and apparently, the rumor is on the street, you've been traveling.
Yes, yo, where do I start, bro? Like, it's been a lot of growth taking place from, I think, 2024 loss that we were on the podcast, if I'm not mistaken. So I was working obviously at Cedar and at Rosewood and things, and then because like I got very comfortable, I would say, in my comfort zone, and we can't grow in our comfort zone. We need to be, shoot it out. So yeah, like I feel God prepared me to extend and enlarge my territory in a way that I'm now currently teaching at Mitchell's Plain Primary School. I am enjoying it there. The growth has been big. The kids love y'all. It has been great. And what values that I incorporate and invest in the lives of these kids. The support that I've received from my colleagues as well. And funny enough, like I think it was not last year, sorry, this year. Um, I was thinking like, where am I gonna, get a job? And just randomly, I went to go see one of my closest friends off at the airport, and like I saw a familiar face. We greeted and everything, and she asked me, "Look, do you have a job this year? You secured?" So I was like, no, I'm not. And then she told me she's gonna give me Mrs. Plain Primary School's principal's number, and from there, got a job, started at the school this year, and I can literally say that that was the hand of God, and also like ever since we've been on this podcast, a few years ago. I also got myself a vehicle, guys. Like,
Hmm.
so God was literally preparing me to move out of Bonteville, out of my comfort zone, for more growth to take place. So yeah, man.
Okay, Joshua. So, look, we don't want to keep you too long here, but also, the thing is, you've got so much to share as well. So, someone told me, okay, to be fair, you've been all over Facebook, you've been all over TikTok, with your famous videos with the kids and everything. But one thing that's caught my eye is since we met last, you've already had such a good um medal or say achievement list in your cabinet at home.
Sure.
Now it's even bigger. Can you just speak to us about that?
Okay, so yeah, you're right with that one. So since last year, um, while I was working at Cedar Primary School, um, I also was studying as well. So it was a big sacrifice, and like I always say, every year, the sacrifice became more. because the achievement or the end result was always going to be more massive. You understand, more bigger. So just last year, I was sitting on my bed. This one day I can recall it was in April of last year, and I didn't want it to work. I told myself I'm gonna study, and that is it. And then I got a call from Cedar Primary School's principal, and he asked me, "Look, there's a vacancy available here. Are you willing to work?" So I was like, "Yo, sir, um, I'm studying this year, man. Like, I want to focus on my studies." And he told me, "Don't worry about that. We can always work around it." I was like, "Okay." And because it was see the primary school that phoned, like, I said yes, so after, let's say, after school, they would allow me to go to evening classes. Yeah, my classes was in the evening. So I had to like leave school, rush to varsity every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I had to rush to varsity. Came home like what, past 7 to 8 side the night. Next day school again, and it was a repetitive cycle. But with that being said, I've achieved my BA honors in theological studies. So studies. So yeah, that's degree or qualification number three. So yeah, that is one of the achievements, And then I would say this is also the achievement. I was also on a podcast with Chanel Orenser, one of the world's best educators. She's I think she's teaching in Hanover Park at Belmore Primary School. So shout out to her as well. We were on a program, like a virtual type of thing, Zoom meeting with a large fraternity of teachers all across the Western Cape, on the PSP program. So thank you for the PSP program, that or the people behind that, that has given me the opportunity to share my thoughts as a young educator, growing in the game and things like that. So yeah, for me that was a massive and big achievement as well this year. So yeah, man.
Yo, Joshua, that's very amazing, because you've been traveling around Cape Town, then like your name has been gone viral. If it wasn't for the videos with the kids, I feel like you one of the. I won't say you started it, but I feel like you made it more famous in the sense of the classroom videos. If it wasn't by Seed, now it's at Mrs. Plain.
Mm,
What I will say is you've had a very good impact on and off the school premises with the kids. The question I wanted to ask you was, you see, the last time we spoke, we had Joshua that just started teaching, and he had
sure.
his classroom philosophy, and he believed this is the way of handling the classroom and his
Mm,
classroom management. It's been a third school that you've been at now,
sure.
so it's three different versions of Joshua.
Mm.
Would you say you still have the same classroom management skills, or would you say it's a totally different Joshua?
Wow.
Almost like a flare, let's say it like that.
Wow, it's a great question. So, obviously, when I started at Rosette Primary School, I was obviously still new in the game and things, starting off and whatever. And the kids could see, man, like, this is a newbie, we can take advantage and everything. But with more experience came better strategies, came better plans, came better classroom management skills. And I would say, like, I'll probably just share two classroom management skills that I have as an educator. So when I started at Mitchell's Plain Primary School this year, the thing with me is, like, as an educator, it's very important to know the context of your learner, the surrounding, the background, what they may be going through, what the interest is. So, so one of the classroom management skills that I incorporated or invented was the battery percentage strategy. So that's also a video that I made. It's on TikTok. You can go look at it. So yeah, like, so just brief explanation about it. So we'll have like the four classes batteries on the board, and let's say the first class comes in, and I tell them, look here, your battery's on 20%. So that means that they will now be identified as, Mobi cell phones. And if your battery is like on 40%, then your Mobi cell extra. Your battery is like on 60% as a class, then your iPhone 11. And if your battery is on 80 and above, then your iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Ja, vooral makes it busy.
So yeah, like, and no, that was one of the things that kept them motivated and increased the discipline, because every time they came into the class, the first thing they would do is to look at the board. Yo, look where our battery is. Yo, did you see where our battery is? Keep quiet, keep quiet. So
Mm.
it kept them motivated, man, and encouraged, because it's something that drew the interest. They're over iPhones, they're over phones. So that was the one strategy that I used. And then other strategies would also be like saying things repetitively, like I would say, let's say shower, then I will make the shower sound maybe a waterfall, and they will know, okay, shh, they must keep quiet, that water sound. So yeah, there's basic things that I did. So with experience, more experience came growth, and came more a disciplined educator, I would say, a more focused educator, still making kids feel comfortable in the class, but knowing when it stops, knowing when, jokes is being put to an end. So yeah, man, that's basically what took place.
Yo, Joshua, you're giving us free classroom management skills here, eh? I think a lot of people, or teachers, even coaches, wherever mentors, they can incorporate that into their lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think that is a useful tip for a lot of people there. They will enjoy that one. Okay, so look, we spoke about classroom management skills. We spoke about the different environments that you've been in and everything. Um, I want to speak about the importance of comfortability,
Sure.
the importance of that. Do you feel like comfortability? It can kill you at the end of the day,
Yeah.
right? But also comfortability in the workplace, because a lot of people. The question I want to ask you is the comfortability of you waking up every morning. You're comfortable in your workplace. There's a lot of people that maybe don't feel like that in the
Mm.
workplace. So how would you say that makes you feel at work like you feel is comfortable?
Yeah. Okay, so that's actually a very touchy subject, I would say, and a very important point to raise, Hancho. So just from the from scratch, I'm gonna explain from scratch. So I've been like, in I've been praying, you know and whenever I pray for a job, it's always just a job, but not a healthy environment. And if you pray for a job, God's gonna give you a job, no matter the environment. You understand? But afterwards, I realized that the environment in which I'm working in, it can become toxic. It's not healthy for me spiritually, emotionally, physically, sometimes even, and so my prayer changed. I'm asking God for a job, but also I'm asking God for a healthy working environment, you see. And God provide me with it, I would say, like, from moving from school to school or from job to job, the environment always became healthier. You understand? There was place to grow, as a human being. So I would
A what?
say
A what?
as a human being. So why are you laughing, bruh?
Go on,
Like,
go on, Joshua.
so
Go on.
so
I wasn't
yeah.
making sure I heard what
Uh, that's man, he's rage baiting me. Yeah. Anyway, guys. So yeah, like, to a point where I needed to obviously move out of feeling comfortable. Because you can't grow in your comfort zone, man. You
Yeah.
know, you cannot grow because you do things repetitively in your comfort zone. So it become you're comfortable with it. Okay, this is it. It becomes a routine. You know, so you grow in uncomfortable situations. That's the best way or best environment in which you grow in. You understand? So yeah, like think about a flower goes through or a seed. It goes through a lot of it goes through a metamorphosis. So you know it's being placed in the ground. No one sees what it's going through underground. You know, it's going through a lot of uncomfortable things underground in the soil. But the moment that it reaches above soil level, we see the growth taking place. So I could relate that story basically, or that metaphor, whatever you want to call it, comparison to my life, you know. So yeah, man.
Yo, Joshua, you were. I feel like obviously since the last time the, the YouTube was finished, or if everybody was asking, hey, where's Hancho and Flavor,
Mm,
and we all went our separate ways. But me and you, we started becoming more close and having
yeah,
a really good understanding and a very good friendship. But you know, I'm a person that I will say I love having people in my circle that I can learn from and I can use from, in sense of I'm not gonna have you in my circle if you're not of value to me.
definitely.
And the thing is, one thing I'll say, what you bring in our relationship since the last time we've spoken on YouTube is you teach me a bit more patience.
Sure.
You teach me a bit more perseverance, um, and so much more love as well with the kids and everything. Because obviously, remember when um, the last time we spoke, I was working at the school, not
Mm,
working there anymore, but I'm working at the school. But being with you in this last time made me realize, but yeah, this is the situation that I want to go down and everything
mm,
like that. So I will say that you've played a big role in my life,
sure.
as many as a lot of people's lives. You've played a big role in. So I want to say thank you to that. Um, it's been a good a year has gone past. You know, we've got a lot of memories. We can
Yeah.
speak about the Cape Town Stadium memories. We can speak about so many good memories
Please
that
share, please share.
it won't be able to go on the camera. You won't be able to go down the camera, but I appreciate you, my brother, man. It's
Yeah.
been really a good few months that we've shared together. But it feels like it's coming to the end,
Sure.
and it's sad because there's a new chapter that's loading that is not ready for the world as of yet because of things that you need to sort out yourself.
Mm,
But there's something happening with Mr. Lafleur. Um, but this is my tribute. You know, he's been asking me all the time off camera, what are we gonna speak about? What am I gonna speak about? But this is a tribute. This is a
mm.
tribute to you, for the character you have been in the last year. It's been amazing, man. You've listen, for context. You've inspired so many adults to go the extra mile,
Sure.
and I've got grown people telling me, "I had a talk with me, bro, that man." And
Sure.
I grant him a lot, and it means a lot, man, Joshua. And you know
Yeah.
me, I hate a few people. Messi is one of them. You
Yup.
know most the story.
Yeah.
So for me to come and say like, "Hey, Joshua, you're doing a great job," it means a lot from my side, you know. But okay, that's me just showing you love. Then the next question. I don't want to keep you too long here, obviously. So the next question I want to ask you is, if you had to bring someone on the channel, who would it be?
If I had to bring someone on this channel, that would be my best friend, Charlie Jacobs. So yeah.
It's very important, huh?
Nah, Kegi, that lighty. You need to bring him on this channel, bro. Like honestly, I feel like he has also grown a lot in his personal capacity. We've been like friends for a good 17 years, I
Yeah,
would say. So yeah, like, and within that 17 years, like, there was a bit of separation, but it was because like we needed to sort out our lives separately from one another, him being married and family guy and things, and me with studies, and somehow some way God just brought us together again, this time walking the walk of faith with one another, allowing each other to grow spiritually as well, sharpening one another in prayer, reading the word. So yeah, like our friendship just grew from strength to strength to strength. So the best person that I would suggest to be on this podcast is Mr. Charlie Jacobs. It's from
I don't mind. It's Flavor's family as well, so Flavor would love that episode.
yeah.
So don't worry, I'll bring Chadley on. He's an enemy of mine when with a DJA, but it's not a problem with me. Okay, so Josh, we're ending it off now. Okay, Joshua, thank you for coming on, my buddy, man. I appreciate it a lot. Um, it's not always that we can have a conversation like this, and you know the
Yes.
people that got this fear, they come on a podcast. I think it's an interview and whatever, but
Mm.
it's a conversation. At the end of the day, and it's so important as well. So thank you, man, Joshua, for taking your time out and meeting with Armstrong and Flavor.
Yeah, man, it's been great having to be seated here on the hot seat.
Is there anything you can tell the people to do? What must they do on YouTube?
Please like and subscribe, share, the Answer and Flavor podcast. Please go have a look at it, you might be sitting here next. Who knows?
Thanks, Joshua, man.